welcome to another video in the AI Terms Explained for C# Developers series. Today we're going to look at MCP, or Model Context Protocol, which most of people have heard about. Lots of people think it's hype, and almost nobody actually know what it's all about. So let's jump into it. And the name actually tells everything: Model Context Protocol, because it's just a protocol. So there are two types of MCPs. There's MCP servers and there's MCP clients. So the MCP servers is what a developer will normally write, and there's lots of them out there. And it has essentially nothing to do with AI. It's just offering info and skills. Behind the scenes, the MCP server can call AI if you want to, but it's often not doing that. It's more doing something in an external system or looking up some data from a vector store or something like that, all depending on what you need. And the clients are the ones using AI, and they are calling the servers to get something that is very similar to function calling. And if you haven't seen the function calling video, stop this video now, see that first, because essentially MCPs are just for function calling with a protocol on top of it. But if we look at it a bit more, we can say that when you had the LLM, and let's say we wanted to do something against Slack, Google Drive, and GitHub, we needed to make function calls for making some talking to these three APIs, and we needed to find our own credentials, we needed to write the code, and we needed to expose it as functions. And then our LLM could call them. But if that LLM was just GitHub Copilot or Claude Code or something, it couldn't call these because there was no place to put that code. With MCPs, we actually get just a unified API. So the LLMs can talk to MCP, meaning they can say, I have the server for GitHub. What can that MCP server do? And it will list its tools, meaning it can check which issue start, it can create a branch, and so on and so forth. And then the AI will just use these MCP servers as function calling in order to work. So again, if we have the host process, which is often right now a IDE, a developer IDE, that has some MCPs. The reason for that is that business MCPs are not really a thing yet. ChatGPT 5, as of this recording, cannot call MCP servers and so on. But if it, for example, is your Visual Studio Code, it has a host, it is the host, and it has multiple clients against multiple servers. So we register some servers, and each spin up a connection between a server. Some of these servers can be remote and just grab some data. So for example, the GitHub exists both as a local and a remote, but if you take the remote, you just need to point it to a URL. While if it's a local one down here, which can go down and get your file system and so on, it is running as NPM or EXEs or whatever you set it up to do. The protocol itself doesn't care, but you simply just go in and get your data, and it responds back just like function calling, and you end up with the data. So essentially, as I mentioned, just function calling, but with a very nice protocol that are very important for the development of AI. But beyond that, it is nothing more than a protocol.